Chapter 8 Soil. Let's learn about what is soil. Soil erosion. Soil conservation. The earth on which we walk is made of soil and rocks. Without soil, most life on earth could not survive. Soil provides a place for plants to grow. The farmer grows rice, wheat, dal, vegetables and fruits for us in soil. It holds water in place for their roots. It contains nutrients or food substances needed for their growth. Soil also provides a home for many animals. What is soil? Soil is a mixture of minerals and organic material or humus. Minerals are bits of rocks and organic material is the remains of living things that have died. Soil is not as solid as rock. It has many small spaces called pores that hold water and air. Layers of soil. Soil is made up of layers. These layers rest on solid rocks called bedrock. A layer of broken rock rests on the bedrock. Some of this rock may have gone into forming the soil above. The soil above the broken rock is called subsoil. Subsoil contains mostly minerals and a small amount of humus. Only the deepest plant roots reach the subsoil. The top layer is called topsoil. Topsoil contains a lot of humus. It is the layer where plants grow. This topsoil is very precious. It not only allows plants to grow but also helps absorb rainwater which forms our groundwater. In some place on earth, the bedrock is found 1 or 2 meters deep. In other places, it is more than 100 or 200 meters deep. How soil forms? The mineral part of soil forms from rocks. Weathering, wind, water and temperature changes breaks rocks down into tiny particles. The smallest particles are called clay. Medium-sized particles are called silt. The largest particles are called sand. Different types of soil contain different mixtures of clay, silt and sand. The organic part of the soil forms when plants and animals die. Their bodies decay and mix with the rock particles. The organic material called humus helps to form the pores in the soil. It keeps the soil soft and loose. Humus also provides the nutrients used by plants. Infobit. Soil forms slowly. A layer of soil that is 2.5 centimeters thick may take 500 to 1000 years to form. For this reason, it is important to protect soil from erosion, being blown or washed away. Soil erosion. Natural forces like wind, rain and running water help in soil formation, but they can harm the soil as well. At places covered by natural vegetation, there is a balance between the formation of soil and the loss of soil. Often, this balance is disturbed by human or natural forces. Then the topsoil is removed from the surface of the earth. The condition of wearing off or carrying away of soil by the action of water or wind is known as soil erosion. As a result of soil erosion, the land loses its fertility. Land affected by soil erosion cannot produce enough to feed all the living beings who dwell on it. Farmers reap poor harvests. We should therefore know the agents responsible for soil erosion and try to stop or control their actions. Agents of soil erosion. Running water. Heavy rains cause floods. Flooded rivers and running water remove the topsoil. Running water washes the soil off the hill slopes. This makes the slopes unfit for cultivation. The Chambal Valley of Madhya Pradesh is one such example. A river coming down the hill carries a lot of mud with it. Upon reaching the plains, the flow of the river slows down. It leaves part of the soil on its way. Over a period of time, soil accumulates and makes the river change its course. You might have heard of the Yellow River in China called Huanghe. It was known as the sorrow of China because it changed its course very often. This resulted in loss of life and property. In Bihar, River Kosi, which changes its course frequently, caused great havoc in 2008 when lakhs of people were affected. Infobit. River water picks up and moves mud, pebbles and larger rocks as it flows downstream. These particles rub against the riverbed and wear away more rock and soil. This kind of erosion helped to carve the Grand Canyon in the southwestern United States. Over millions of years, the waters of the Colorado River carried away bits of earth and rock from the land. The constant rush of water dug a canyon out of a flat stretch of land. In desert and semi-desert where strong winds blow, a lot of topsoil is carried away. This affects the farmers because manure too is blown away. Quite often, the roots of plants lose their soil cover and the plants die. Man's activities. Deforestation. It is the cutting down of trees in large number. Man has cleared large areas of forests for his requirement of wood, living space, etc. This results in soil erosion. Overgrazing by cattle. When man leaves the animals to graze on the same piece of land year after year, the land becomes bare. The results in soil erosion. Plowing of hillsides. This lessens the soil and increases soil erosion. In plants, after harvesting the crop, the soil lies bare for some time, which helps the wind to blow away the soil. Soil conservation. So far, we have learnt how soil is important as a natural resource for sustaining life on the earth. Hence, it is the responsibility of mankind to preserve soil and avoid losing it as much as possible. The protection of soil and its prevention against erosion is known as soil conservation. We cannot stop natural forces like wind and water from causing soil erosion. However, soil can be conserved by controlling the actions of these agents of erosion. This can be done in a number of ways. On flat open grounds. After harvesting and before raising the next crop, fields lie bare. This is when the wind blows off the topsoil. To prevent the soil from getting blown away, farmers grow cover crops such as grass and creepers. The roots of plants of these cover crops hold the soil particles together and prevent them from being blown away. Trees and bushes are grown along the boundary of the fields. They act as a shield against strong winds. Infobit. In 1973, villagers in the Garhwal Himalaya hugged trees to stop them from being cut down. This is known as the Chipko movement. Once when trees were being felled in the Henwal Valley, Sundarlal Bahuguna with other villagers protested. Known as the Friend of Trees, Bahuguna pledged to devote himself to the protection of the Himalayan environment. He spread the message, "Save trees to save mankind," by walking to many Himalayan villages. He, along with others, planted trees in the mountains. On hill slopes. Cutting the slope into steps or terraces can reduce soil erosion. Steps slow down the flow of water. As the water flow slows down, some soil from one step is left on the next step, reducing the amount of soil lost. Afforestation or growing trees is another effective method of soil conservation on hill slopes. On fields near rivers. During the monsoon, many rivers overflow and flood the fields. To prevent floods, embankments along river banks are built. This holds the water between the banks and prevents soil erosion. Key points. Soil is the foundation of all life on the earth. The wearing down and carrying away of soil is called soil erosion. Erosion is caused by natural and human factors. The protection of soil against erosion is called soil conservation. Soil is conserved by growing cover crops in plains, making terraces on hills, and building embankments along river banks. Chapter 9.